On Monday Night Football, the Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills 14-10. And this was a very weird game. The top story was the weather. That's what everyone was talking about. It was kind of, so the weather really did affect everything. It was crazy windy. There was a little bit of light snow. And it was fun. It was a night game in December in Buffalo. And the weather affected everything. Field goals, punting, throwing, literally everything. Although I do want to give a bit of commentary. I felt like ESPN, as they always do with any kind of angle they can find, they find an angle. Hey, Najee Harris was homeless at one point in his career. And they just pound it into the ground as hard as they possibly can. And they spew and blather on about it way too much. And I felt like, yes, the wind was crazy. And it did affect everything. I hear you. But I felt like somehow still, ESPN went way over the top, like every single second reminding us, hey, by the way, did you forget? The wind is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, how could I forget when you're talking about it every 5 seconds, every play? It's another piece of commentary now. Well, the wind impacted that throw. The wind impacted, hey, do you know, apparently the wind can impact handing off the football. I didn't, but apparently it does. It drove me nuts a little bit, but it was a crazy windy game. And honestly, I walked away from this game believing truly that the Patriots are going to be the team that will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I don't know if this is controversial. I don't really care. It's my opinion. I think the Patriots are the best team in the AFC. They can do everything. They play great defense. They run the ball well. Mac Jones is way better than anybody gives him credit for. And it doesn't really matter what you put in front of the Patriots. They find a way to win. They're 9-4. They are currently the number 1 seed in the AFC. That's not an accident. And also, I think if they could go back and play some of the games they lost earlier this year, they would win those as well because they've gotten better as the year has gone on. Now, in this game, something unheard of happened in this football game. Mac Jones, the Patriots, rookie quarterback, but Patriots quarterback, threw the ball only 3 times, and they won. And yeah, he played the whole game. It wasn't like he started the game, got hurt, got taken out. No, he literally, the entire game, threw the ball 3 times. Mac Jones was killing it with handoffs. I have never seen better handoffs in my life. Just over and over and over again. A couple tosses here and there. The Patriots ran the ball 46 times for 222 yards. I mean, that when I say the weather impacted everything, it really impacted, clearly, the Patriots' game plan. And it was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Mac Jones, the winning starting quarterback, was 2 for 3 with 19 yards passing. Like, what? And one of them was a screen pass, by the way. It wasn't even like, it was like, oh, alrighty then. I guess that's what, and one of them, by the way, was like a crazy catch where a receiver tipped it to himself. It probably shouldn't have been a completion anyway. I think Josh Allen is the perfect quarterback for Buffalo. But even the wind impacted him. And Josh Allen's a massive dude. I think his personality fits in Buffalo. He's huge. He's got a big arm, which you're like, yeah, his arm can cut through the wind in Buffalo. Apparently not as much as I would have thought, because even he wasn't great throwing in the wind. The wind carried. So he threw the ball on a couple throws that normally he was accurate on, and the wind would carry it away from where he was throwing it, and it caused him to be incomplete. I felt bad for him. Like, no one could do anything in the wind. The Bills missed a field goal. I mean, the reality is Buffalo had a couple of chances that they failed to capitalize on. Like, early in the game, they had a bad punt the Patriots had a horrible punt, gave the Bills the ball at the 40-yard line going in. They found themselves 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line going in, and the Bills fumbled. And you're like, that's a big missed opportunity early on. Then later in the fourth quarter, the Bills had the ball in the red zone 2 times. On the first time, they missed a field goal from the 15-yard line. It's hard to berate a kicker for missing a kick in that weather. Although, again, you are the kicker in Buffalo. You got to figure it out. And then later, they had a turnover on downs in the red zone where there was a 4th and 14 at the end of the game. I thought Josh Allen could have had a touchdown to Cole Beasley, and he didn't throw the ball. Cole Beasley was running across the face of a defender. There's no safety help, like basically a post, and you're like, fine, throw it. What are you doing? And instead, he threw to the receiver behind Cole Beasley, and defender knocked it down. I think it would have been a touchdown if he had targeted Cole Beasley on that play. But Josh did not throw the ball to him. Also, the Patriots had great coverage all around on that final drive for the Bills. They knocked down 2 passes, one in the end zone, one at the goal line. Fantastic coverage by the Patriots on that final drive. And honestly, this was not a very exciting game to watch. It was tense because you're like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And it was a great win for New England. I really believe that they're going to the Super Bowl. And that, it might be early to say that. I don't know. And I don't really care what anybody thinks about that. If I had to pick one team that's going to the Super Bowl from the AFC, like the NFC, I have no idea. I think Tampa's really good. The Rams are better than I think they've been playing recently. The Cardinals are really good. The Packers. But in the AFC, one team stands alone, in my opinion, and it's the Patriots. The fact that they found a way to win a game with their quarterback throwing the ball 3 times. Well, what more do you want from them? Their best team in the AFC, best record-wise, they win a game that way. They find a way to win no matter what is thrown their way. And again, they play great defense. They run the ball well. People just do not appreciate Mac Jones. He's making great decisions. He is everything being asked of him. He's dominating execution-wise, and that's all you want. Like your quarterback making good decisions, putting the ball in the right spot, being accurate. He is not playing like a rookie at all. And I don't want to hear, oh, Mac Jones is a rookie. He's going to be the limiting factor down the road. I don't actually think he will be. Remember, this same football team, the Patriots, had once a young quarterback who, he'll be a liability down the road. What about Drew Bledsoe? Oh, wait, no, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl. In year 2, it'll be fine. I really think Mac Jones is capable of getting to a Super Bowl with New England. And can they win? I think the NFC is stacked. They got a lot better teams. I don't know. But don't put it past them. They have a shot. And keep your eye on the Patriots. I truly believe they will be the team representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.